Most toxic workplaces don't start out looking toxic. That's what makes them so dangerous. When people think about toxic workplaces, they imagine screaming managers, constant conflict, or obvious disrespect. But that's rarely how it begins. Most unhealthy work environments develop slowly. A promise gets delayed. A boundary gets crossed. An expectation changes. A responsibility gets added. And because each change seems small on its own, most people don't notice what's happening until they're already overwhelmed, frustrated, or burned out. The truth is that toxic workplaces don't reveal themselves through a single event. They reveal themselves through patterns. In today's video, we're going to discuss 5 workplace red flags every professional should learn to recognize before those patterns become career-damaging problems. Section 1. Why red flags are easy to miss. One of the biggest mistakes professionals make is believing that bad workplaces announce themselves immediately. They don't. Many unhealthy workplaces are incredibly attractive at first. The manager seems supportive. The company talks about growth. The team appears friendly. The opportunities sound exciting. Everything feels promising. The problem is that many people evaluate workplaces based on what they're told. Successful professionals evaluate workplaces based on what they consistently experience. Anyone can make promises during an interview. Anyone can talk about culture. Anyone can talk about career growth. What matters is whether the reality matches the message. The earlier you learn to focus on patterns instead of promises, the easier it becomes to identify red flags. Section 2. Red flag number 1. The rules only apply to employees. Healthy workplaces have accountability. Toxic workplaces have selective accountability. Employees are expected to meet deadlines. Leadership misses theirs. Employees are expected to communicate professionally. Managers disappear when difficult conversations need to happen. Employees are held responsible for mistakes. Leadership avoids ownership when things go wrong. When accountability only flows downward, it's often a sign that respect only flows downward too. Pay attention to double standards. They reveal a lot about workplace culture. Because eventually, a workplace that operates under 2 sets of rules creates 2 classes of people. Those who must follow the rules. And those who don't. Section 3. Red flag number 2. Endless promises without action. This red flag traps countless professionals. You hear things like, "Your promotion is coming. We'll revisit your salary review later. You're next in line. Just keep doing what you're doing." Now, sometimes these statements are genuine, but sometimes they are used to maintain effort without providing results. The question isn't whether you've received a promise. The question is whether you've received a timeline. A promotion should have criteria. A salary increase should have a discussion. Career growth should have a plan. If months or years pass and the same promises continue repeating themselves, you need to ask whether you're being developed or delayed. Section 4. Red flag number 3. Your boundaries are slowly disappearing. Most people don't wake up one day and decide to work every evening or every weekend. It happens gradually. A manager sends one message after hours, then another, then another. Soon, responding outside work hours becomes expected. What was once an exception becomes normal. The same thing happens with workload. Responsibilities expand. Availability expands. Expectations expand. And eventually, your personal time starts feeling like company property. Healthy workplaces respect boundaries. Toxic workplaces test them. And every time a boundary is crossed without being addressed, the next violation becomes easier. Section 5. Red flag number 4. The finish line keeps moving. Imagine running a race where the finish line changes every time you get close. That's exactly what many professionals experience. You achieve your target. The target changes. You meet expectations. The expectations increase. You solve the problem. A new problem appears. Without recognition. Without compensation. Without acknowledgement. When success is never clearly defined, employees become trapped in a cycle of constant effort without a sense of achievement. A healthy workplace makes success measurable. An unhealthy workplace makes success impossible to reach. Section 6. Red flag number 5. Praise without reward. This one is extremely common. You're told, "We appreciate everything you do. We couldn't do this without you. You're such a valuable member of the team." Those statements sound great. But here's the real question. What happens after the praise? Does it lead to increased opportunities? Does it lead to career growth? Does it lead to compensation? Does it lead to support? Or does it simply lead to more work? Words matter, but actions matter more. If appreciation is never followed by meaningful recognition, then the praise may simply be keeping you motivated while nothing changes. Section 7. The most powerful workplace test. Whenever you're unsure about a workplace, ask yourself one simple question. What happens when I say no? Think about that. How does leadership react when you establish a boundary? How do managers respond when you push back professionally? How does the organization behave when you protect your time? Healthy workplaces may not always agree with your decision, but they respect your right to make it. Toxic workplaces often react very differently. They use guilt, pressure, manipulation, or subtle punishment. Your boundaries reveal more about workplace culture than almost anything else, because the moment you stop saying yes to everything, you discover how much respect truly exists. Final thoughts. Most workplace red flags don't arrive with warning labels. They arrive through repeated patterns, broken promises, moving expectations, disappearing boundaries, selective accountability, praise without reward. The earlier you recognize these patterns, the easier they are to address. The longer they're ignored, the more difficult they become to escape. Remember this. A good workplace isn't defined by what it promises. It's defined by what it consistently does. If you found value in today's video, be sure to read the full article linked in the description for a deeper breakdown of these warning signs. And if you're ready to strengthen your workplace boundaries, improve your self-advocacy skills, and protect your career from unhealthy workplace dynamics, you'll find the Workplace Boundaries and Self-Advocacy Blueprint linked in the description as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.